I'm calling a candidate.
Hello, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Very good. Your interview is on
24th August, sir.
Oh, very good. 24th August. Good. And you are a chartered accountant.
Yes, sir.
Good. Can you please tell briefly about yourself, highlighting about your +2 degree, chartered accountancy, work experience, and how do you correlate your work to F.C.I?
Okay. So, myself, Akhilesh, I'm a chartered accountant. I qualified in the year 2016. And when it comes to my higher secondary education, I did my plus two from Navajivan Bethany Vidyalaya in the PBSE school. Then after that, I readily joined for chartered accountancy course, and I qualified in the year 2015, as I mentioned. Then I have 3 years. Then I did my graduation from IGNO University, Indira Gandhi Open University. And then I joined Ernst and Young, and I worked there for almost 1 year. After that, I joined a private firm, CF firm. The name is Jay Kumar and George Chartered Accountants, and from there I have done work with respect to auditing and taxation and accounting related matters.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And my profile, when it comes to F.C.I AGM, it specifically deals with leading the team and collection of information and acting as a liaison agent between the superiors and the subordinates, and for which I have got experience from my employment with Ernst and Young, as well as my employment with Jay Kumar and Co. Chartered Accountant. So this is my profile.
Oh. How many years you have been practicing?
Sir, I have been holding COP for almost 3 years, sir.
3 years, actually.
Yes, sir.
Good. And in what way you are switching over to F.C.I will improve your career?
Sir, while in practice, you only tend to get to serve or manage a couple of companies, and that too a limited resources, that were limited activities. And what we do in auditing is we tend to check the.
Just a minute. I'll cut this caller. I'll tell them and come. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Who is speaking?
Sir, this is Satish.
Mumbai. Yeah. Regarding TNPCB. Is it from TNPCB? நம்ம அப்புறம் பேசலாம். இப்ப இன்டர்வியூல இருக்கேன் நான் வேற ஒரு FCIக்கா இன்டர்வியூ பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். நான் அப்புறம் கூப்பிடுறேன் உங்களை. Yeah. Sorry.
We can start over.
Yeah, we can start again. You see, what is the nature of experience you have? And my question was, in what way you are switching over to F.C.I will improve your career prospects?
F.C.I is presenting me a huge opportunity to test my skills which I learned over the years. F.C.I, when it comes to F.C.I is a huge organization having a lot of turnover, and for which we can apply various tax provisions and sections as compared to other small and medium scale enterprises which we usually handle in a medium scale CF firm. So from moving from a medium scale CF firm to a higher entity which has got a huge operation and huge level of transaction, voluminous transaction, I believe I will be placed in a better position to experience and get the exposure regarding all the challenges and upskill myself for the future.
Good. F.C.I. Who is the person in charge of F.C.I now?
Mr. Atish Chandra, who is the CMD of F.C.I.
This Food Corporation of India This comes under which ministry?
Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution.
Yeah. How many, say, zones or offices we have?
We have 5 zonal office and one IFS, Institute of Food Security.
Institute of Food Security. How many regional offices are there?
Sir, I believe there are 24 regional offices.
Yeah, 24. I think Delhi region, Punjab region, Haryana region, HP region. You are in South Zone, na?
South Zone, yes, sir. South.
Yeah, talking to South Zone, we have Tamil Nadu region, AP region, Kerala region, Karnataka
Telangana.
region, and Telangana region. Each,
Yes, sir.
I think each state has got one.
Yes, sir. One regional office. Yes.
Each state has got one regional office, and
Yes.
your regional office is in Trivandrum.
It's in Trivandrum, sir. Yes.
Oh, very good. That regional office is headed by general manager or executive director. Any idea?
I don't have idea, sir.
Because sometimes in some interviews,
Mm.
you are not in Trivandrum now. Are you in Trivandrum?
Yes, sir. I am in Trivandrum.
Then
I'm living in.
I suggest you visit that office.
Okay.
Just go around that office and wish the manager or whomsoever is there, and just come out, because some interviews they ask, have you ever visited any FCI depot, FCI office?
Okay.
In some banks they ask, did you visit the branch nearby your house? Why have you not taken interest in visiting that?
Mm.
So,
Okay, sir.
of course, you feel that you may be disturbing them, but even then, I suggest you just go there and just wish some of them. And if they talk, you talk. Otherwise, as you come out, you just go through some of the notice boards.
Okay.
You may get
Useful information.
some information.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. So, your main job is as it is now income tax, correct?
Accounting, auditing, and taxation. It involves both income tax as well as GST.
Mhm. Accounting means you do maintain accounts of some of the traders or
Some of the traders. Yes. Yes.
some companies and all.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Correct.
yeah. And you do maintain. What is the software you use for that?
So mainly we use Tally software for maintenance of the accountancy. The traders who are not ready to fill their books.
You use Tally software. Good.
Yes, sir.
Tally software has improved a lot now. Now, what is the number that is going?
Sir, I think now I am currently using ERP 9, but I'm not sure if ERP 10 has come. So I am currently using ERP 9.
Acha, 1 minute. Let me just check it out. Why should we have doubt? Tally ERP. I think they are telling only 999 only they are telling.
Yes.
Tally ERP 9. What is ERP?
Um, Enterprise resource planning. I'm
Correct.
not sure, but
Correct. Who is the founder of this Tally Solutions company?
sir, I'm not sure about.
Sham Sundar Goenka.
Oh, it's from okay. Sham Sundar.
Sham Sundar Goenka
Okay.
of Kolkata, a Marwadi family.
Okay.
He is the man who initiated this.
Okay, sir. I'll note that down.
Yeah, Sham Sundar Goenka.
Okay.
He took the first version of to the market to sell to hitherto unknown buyers before taking the advantage of social network and business associates for adoption. But
Okay.
I suggest you go through Wikipedia.
Okay.
Uh, he died in 2002 at the age of 17. Actually, a great person. He only at a time when this was not thought of, he was the person who introduced this, and he made it very successful one.
Okay.
Yeah. During the 60s, he moved out of Calcutta to set up his own textile machinery business called Vijay Bobbins. and Industries Private Limited in Bengaluru.
Okay.
I think he was living in Bengaluru. Yeah.
Okay.
No, no, because you are using this software, we cannot rule out the question. What
Yes,
is,
sir.
they can even ask you, what is tally? Tell us
I know.
what you get out of tally.
So, in Tally, we enter the journal entries, and there are various registers maintained. As in, we have option to enter entries in the journal. We have the option to enter entries as a purchase in the purchase register, sale register, uh, and accordingly contract transaction. Contract transaction means cash and bank transaction. And accordingly, when we post the entries, it will automatically be posted to the financial statements as well as the financial statement. That means P&L and balance sheet. So we just need to enter the input. Everything will be handled by the tally, and a proper financial statement will be reflected automatically by the tally. So this is the output that we get from the software.
In the companies where you are taking care of this tally, do they follow system of two people authorizing an entry like what we do in banks? A clerical staff will make an entry to be certified or approved by the officer. Do they adopt
The,
such a system or not?
no, sir. In the software that I do, there is no such system of access control. There is no password. You don't have user ID, and neither do you have the option to authorize. It is just an information filling software which can be used as an accounting software. What you are saying is happens in the financial software of banks and also in SAP software, which I have also worked on, where the control is very high. And you can also connect to the person who has authorized, who has staffed the entry, who has authorized the entry. And there is a perfect control in such software. But in Tally, we cannot see such a control.
Acha, oh. Tally doesn't offer that scope, probably.
The one version that I'm using doesn't have it.
Doesn't have it.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
if the company wants, they can authorize one. Supposing it is going
They
to
can
be,
customize. They can customize.
yeah, it is going to be a very big company where hundreds of people are operating.
Sir, in such a company, Tally may not be a feasible. I think they should move to a better accounting software where there is proper control.
What are the accounting software which are suitable for big companies?
Sir, as I mentioned, in case of bank, they are using
that is Finacle. That is
Finacle. Yes.
Finacle. That is
Yes.
bank software that can only receive cash, pay cash.
Yes, that's it.
No, but in terms of companies where you have variety of goods, supposing you take a company like Vivek and Co, Vasant and Co, where they are dealing with television, refrigerator, air conditioner, this, that, and all, or Nilgiris. They are dealing with rice, they are dealing with oil.
Okay.
So
I would definitely suggest SAP SAP software because I have already worked on the software. It's with respect to the HLL, Hindustan Lifecare Limited. When I used to do audit there, they were using SAP. So they had a variety of products. Like they used to sell condoms, they used to sell medicinal products, gloves, and other masks, and now they are currently selling sanitizers. So with the wide variety of goods also, and also that company employs a lot of people. So I believe even though there is variety of goods available, I believe that that software can handle all these exceptions with ease.
Yeah, very good. They can ask you some question like this, like how it can be extended in big companies and all. See, you know what is the software they are using in our F.C.I?
F.C.I, as per the F.C.I manuals, it is written F.C.I Lekha. But one of my friends who is in F.C.I says they are using something in the Oracle, which is a database management system. So
what is the name of the software?
Oracle.
Oh, Oracle is the name of the company. Yeah.
Yes, Oracle.
Oracle software they are using. Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in F.C.I manual, it's written F.C.I Lekha, L-A-K-H-A. So I'm not sure what's happening.
I suggest for this only, you visit nearby Trivandrum branch, give out your shyness, talk to people, tell them openly you are going for an interview, and I'm a chartered accountant. So, some such basic questions. Can you can I, can I ask some doubts you ask and then clarify these doubts?
Definitely.
And if they ask you how you come to know of all this, you tell them I had the option of visiting our Trivandrum regional office. From there, I learned all these things.
Sure.
It is nothing wrong in visiting a prospective employer,
Okay. Definitely.
but after proper introduction,
Okay.
you cannot go as an unknown man and ask. You can go
Definitely.
with your Aadhaar card and, if possible, print out of your interview call letter. Then with that, you can just make a talk. Go and talk to them for 10 minutes. That will do.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Excellent. Good. Now you are becoming AGM.
Yes, sir.
Very happy. Now tell me, what are the responsibilities and role of an AGM of F.C.I?
So the roles and responsibilities of AGM is with respect to the information collection. That means he has to collect various information from his department and his division and should let the superiors know about the such an information. Not only he should deal with the collection of information, he should also analyze the information and should give proper decision making material to the superiors as well. He should also know about the strengths and weakness of his division and all his employees. And he should also make sure that all the records of his department or division are being kept digitally as well as physically in hard copy. And when it comes to specifically the finance department, he should check the financial concurrence to various projects and need to check if it is in conform with the GFR, which means General Financial Rules and other F.C.I charter. And he should also take care of the tax compliance activities, bill discounting, proper bill payment, and bank guarantee checking and checking for its authenticity, etc.
Good. No, but whatever you said was right. Somewhere you said he should know the weakness of all his employees. That is not required. Just tell what is the strength and weakness of our team, of my team, or as an AGM. One should, you can use the word one should be aware of the strengths and weakness of the team, of his team.
Sir, I thought I mentioned his division, his department.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did
but
not mention it.
one place you said he must know the weakness of all his employees.
Yes,
Maybe if you replay that and see it, you will
yes,
get to know that. Doesn't matter. No, no.
definitely.
But why I said that it will not be possible for you to know about all the employees because you will be interacting with the managers,
Yes, sir.
probably next level managers.
Absolutely.
So you, unless he is directly in touch with you, you may not be dealing with lower level people.
Yes,
So that is why I told you that point. And of course, you covered very well about the roles and responsibilities, like is collecting the information and verifying the information, putting it up to higher authorities. All those things you told very correctly.
yes, sir.
Yeah, and in fact, you can use those keywords that he must maintain documentation properly in computer so that he can access them whatever is needed
Okay,
quickly and easily.
okay, definitely.
That sentence I like very much.
Yes, definitely.
Here in the brief note on finance, did you go through that?
Yes, sir. I think I have covered some points in
Yeah, yeah.
the
Some
last
points
time.
you said
Yes,
here.
yes,
Compliance of provisions of GFR means what?
yes. General financial rules is
Oh,
GFR from my understanding. But I cannot, I'm not sure from where we'll get it. Probably it's
because I
inside,
tried, I could not get it.
yes, it's probably some government orders or some insider documentation is what I
Government
could.
financial rules? No, I don't know. No.
General financial rules, it could be our accounting rules, or it could be anything, sir. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
sure.
Just make a note like this, such doubts, and if the people there they are willingly talking, you can ask them.
Okay,
Otherwise, you can't ask.
definitely. Okay, I will make a note.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay.
What is structured financial messaging system?
Sir, I'm not quite sure, but from my understanding, it is used to know verify the bank guarantees as well as to check the authenticity of the bank guarantee in order to check that if it is not, make sure that it is not a fraudulent transaction. That is the purpose of.
The answer given by you is 100% correct. Why did you use the phrase? I am not sure. That will bring down the image.
The point is, what I mentioned is the quality of this particular thing, but I'm not sure what that particular
No.
thing
See,
actually.
see. Look, you are not an employee of F.C.I.
Okay.
You are an outsider.
Yes, sir.
Whatever extent an outsider can know,
Okay.
as given in the website only, you can say.
Yes, sir.
Here it is very clearly given confirmation or verification of genuineness of bank guarantee issued in favor of F.C.I. is being done through structured financial messaging system
Yes,
which
sir.
mitigate the risk of fraud. Possibly the banks will be sending message to F.C.I,
Yes, yes,
and they will have some passwords or codes to decipher that to satisfy that the message is genuine one.
yes. Even I think so.
Yeah, it
That
is.
could be.
It is what it has to be that way only. This is similar to Swift. Have you heard about Swift?
Yes, it is about the international transaction wherein a code will be sent.
Correct.
It's
Good.
between the banks. Yes.
The bank which is sending will make out a code, and the bank that is receiving will try to decipher the code that it is correct. It has been
Yes.
sent by the correct person.
Yes, sir.
In spite of this, in the Nirav Modi case, there was a problem because they used all the records properly but sent all the communication outside the records of the bank. They did not record it in the bank, but the message was only sent through Swift. On deciphering the Swift, the code was tallying, so the other banks relied on the letter of line of credit and they made advances. That is why they landed themselves into problem. I mean, Punjab National Bank landed itself into problem. And what was the how could such a thing be avoided?
Sir, this is a planned fraud from the management side. So you cannot blame an auditor for entirely for the fraud happen, because a fraud is a proper concealment of a management's discretion. So you cannot always blame an auditor for this, but an auditor should be vigilant enough to make sure that all these things are covered in his audit. So audit is one of the most important thing that needs to be installed in place to find out things like this. And also the every bank has got its own inspection team, risk and inspection team available with them. The risk and inspection team should also make a proper note of these kind of transaction and should have reported to the management. But then again, if the top management is involved in this, nothing can be done because they are ultimately handling this business. But if such is not the case, then definitely an internal audit department, or a statutory auditor, or even the RBI audit should have revealed such kind of fraud in the long run.
Good. Actually, my question was an open question like, how can such fraud be avoided? and you started relating it to audit.
Or yes, sir.
It is like a person, like in jokes and all, we always get a bus conductor will always talk in terms of the bus conductor language.
Yes, I know.
Go forward, get back, get in, get in, get in. Likewise,
Yes,
he will be using similar words. Similarly, as an auditor, you started relating it to the
audit.
this thing. Whereas my question was very simple.
Yes, sir.
How can such fraud be avoided when you say that this fraud has happened with the collision of the two people working in the organization, two or three people working in the organization? This only necessitates that there should be frequent shifting of people.
Job rotation.
Once in 2 years, people must be changed from one branch to another.
Okay, sir.
And there is another clause that has been introduced by our RBI, which state people must be asked to go on 10 days leave compulsorily in 1 year or 2 years period. Do you get my point?
Yes, sir, I got the point. It was an open-ended question and general answer. More points should have been brought into the answer, and I rolled around audit.
You went into audit and unnecessarily you started telling my daddy is not inside the house. When a person was given loan comes and asks you as a small boy, go and tell that kabuli wala, mera daddy, mera घर का अंदर में नहीं है.
Sure.
You know Hindi? You don't know?
Yeah, I know, I know. I know, sir.
அப்படி சொல்லியாச்சு. தமிழ் தெரியுமா?
Tamil and Hindi, I know, sir.
தமிழ் also you know?
Yes, sir. I can understand some.
எங்க அப்பா குதிரைக்குள்ளே இல்லை. It is like that. There was no need, but it doesn't matter. Good. Out of your anxiety, you started telling. But I really felt bad when Satyam company was into problem, and I attributed the full responsibility on the auditors who tried to make money from and out of that guy.
Yes, sir.
You remember the cases where the
Yes, sir.
fellow used to put 1,000 deposit and alter it as say 100 crores, 10 crores like that.
Yes, sir. There was manipulation with respect to the records and
Yeah.
with the permission of Chartered.
Not with the probably with the knowledge.
Knowledge, not permission, knowledge of the.
Probably with the knowledge and
Yes.
connivance of the chartered account. Maybe, I'm not sure. That is why those people were all suspended. That big
And they are in jail also. If I believe correctly, they went to jail also.
Yeah, they were sent to jail also, correct?
Yeah, if I believe correctly. Yes.
Yeah, some of them. Yeah.
Yes.
So, but that way, see, not everything can be found out in the audit or inspection or chartered accountancy, because a fellow who commits a fraud has enormous time and planning before him,
Yes, sir.
whereas the auditor who comes at short notice spends a few days, cannot make it out. That is the problem.
Yes, that's the problem.
In fact, I was very much in a branch where before my eyes it had been happening for the last 1 year, a fraud which was revealed only after 1.5 years.
Okay.
Even as a manager, I could not locate it because we believed in people.
Yes, sir.
There, the only mistake did by us was we gave the key of the office to him.
Okay.
The fellow had all the time before him in those days of manual ledgers to make corrections, make alterations, and in all aspects, say in general ledger and also in ledger, and put extra vouchers to certify that.
Okay.
And we did not follow the practice of the voucher being authenticated by two people, an expenditure voucher to be authenticated by two people.
Okay. Cashier as well as the manager should have been in place.
Yeah, so that's what it is. Good. That was very nice. So once we enter into chartered accountancy, we'll be talking many things.
Okay, sir.
Good. Now you told the roles and responsibilities of a chartered accountant, sorry, of an AGM.
Okay,
And
yes, sir.
can you tell me something about the financial position of our F.C.I?
So the financial position, FCI has authorized capital of 10,000 crore, out of which 8,000 crore is subscribed by central government, fully owned by central government. Then our debt position is around 52 crore, out of which 3,000 crore is CC loan, and 11,850 crore loan is short-term loans from banks, and other 37,000 is through government bonds which have been issued to the public. So this is the and also the sales figure for the last year 1920 is around 1 lakh 56 lakh crore, and definitely the income position is definitely loss because it's a loss making company and it will be funded by the food subsidy. This is the financial position of FCI
Good.
in general.
I think the number of employees are very low compared to the turnover of the company. You know, only 22,000 or 23,000 employees are there.
Yes, sir.
How is it made possible?
Sir, the turnover will be very high because we are serving almost two-thirds of the population of our country, unlike any other business who has got targeted customers or a wide or a small range of customers. So FCA cannot be FCA's turnover and employee ratio could not be counted or compared with other industries is what I feel to begin with. But with this integration of technology, with the centralized real-time monitoring system that is in place with FCI, I believe the things are becoming more efficient and more handleable. So it can be handled through a lower number of at this point.
And I think yet another answer I am having in mind is a portion of the work is done by outsourcing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Outsourcing work is done in internal auditing, and some transportation thing is also outsourced to for container corporation.
Right, right from procurement, storage, transportation, everything. I think it is all done by mostly by outsourcing.
Yes, private parties are involved in storage.
Yeah, so that is
yes.
very much is okay. Very good.
Yes, yes, yes.
And what is the role of vigilance in the business of our F.C.I? Is there need for vigilance?
Yes, sir, there is a need for vigilance because public money is involved and there can be a scenario of corruption that could potentially creep in. So vigilance acts as a watchdog. There is a preventive mechanism is in place and department is there in order to find and cut or curb the fraud right at its source. So the role of vigilance plays a very important role in a government organization like this.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Now, I think I came across one question which was very interesting. Yeah. Net present value.
Yes, sir. It is a SFM related, financial management related.
Yeah. What is that about? Net present value.
Net present value or NPV, popularly called as NPV, is the difference between the discounted inflow and the present outflow. Means discounted future inflows minus the present outflow, right, which is the net present value.
Net present value is equal to RT divided by 1 plus I into T. Net present value RT is net cash flow at time T. I is discount rate.
Yes, sir.
T is equal to time of the cash flow. But the more I read, the more confusion I get. I don't know.
Sir, it's simple. The concept is today we have 1 rupees, tomorrow it becomes 0.9 rupees. Okay, so there is a shortfall in the value. So that is because of the discounting aspect of it. So that fall in value is because of the discounting, or it can be due to the inflation or other cost of capital expansion. So NPV makes sure that our cash resource in the future is more than our present cash outflow. It means today I am investing 100 rupees in a project, and in the future, if I am getting 200 after discounting, it means that I am in excess of rupees 100, which means that I am my investment of 100 rupees is a good option, or it's a right decision. That's where NPV comes in. So this is the basic concept of NPV.
Good. NPV.
NPV, net present value.
What is NPA?
NPA is non-performing assets. It's related to banking sector.
Hmm.
And NPA is if any repayment is pending from a customer, a bank's customer for over 90 days, then it becomes an NPA. And under NPA, there are various classifications like substandard assets, doubtful assets, and loss assets, for which there are various criteria. And depending upon the classification, we make necessary provisions in the bank. So this is with respect to NPA.
Good. How will you make a good leader of a team?
Sorry?
How will you make yourself a good leader and effective leader of your team?
Okay, so the first and foremost thing is the behavioral aspect to it, because I need to be socially approachable to make myself a effective leader, because I need someone to listen to me. Only then I can become a leader. If no one listens to me, I cannot be the leader. So that's the basic idea. So I need to be equip myself with knowledge, experience, and all the initiativeness and creativeness regarding the troubleshooting and problem solving. And this will ultimately help my team, because the team looks up to me. So I need to come up with all the necessary required skills and problem solving capabilities, and need to be a good communicator to the team. And also I should also be involved in training my team and making sure that doubts are clarified. And the most important aspect of all this is the feedback from the team. I should be open towards suggestions from the team. I should act on it. And if I'm not accepting their ideas, then I should give a proper explanation that, okay, listen, this is why I'm not accepting your idea. We have a better plan. Then it ultimately comes down to the proper communication.
Very good, very good. I think this question you are answering very well. What is your age?
Sir, I'm 28.
Only 28.
Yeah.
Good. Now, yeah, that was really nice. Your answering that was very good. Now come to Kerala. Who is your chief minister?
Mr. Pinarayi.
Who is your finance minister?
I forgot his name. I'm sorry.
Some Bala something.
Really sorry, sir. I knew
No.
him, but I cannot recollect it.
All the South Indian bank interview boys used to tell me some Bala Mogan or something. Bala Menon.
I'm not sure, sir, if it's her, but I knew the name.
K.N. Balagopal.
Balagopal.
Yeah. I'm having it before me. K.N. Balagopal. Minister for Finance, Law, Commercial and Agricultural Taxes, State Treasuries, State Insurance, Stamps and Stamp Duties, Housing.
Okay. Yes, it's Balagopal. Yes.
K.N. Balagopal.
Yes, I will update about it. I forgot about his.
What about Agriculture Minister?
Again, I cannot recall, sir. I will definitely go to
Kerala Agriculture Minister. Now, because the state level also sometimes they may ask you.
Yes, sir, definitely. It's Prasad. I think it's Prasad. P. Prasad.
Correct. P. Prasad, Kerala's new agriculture minister. Good. You told nicely. So, how is Kerala? Is it able to achieve the targets for agriculture or not?
Sir, Kerala primarily is not an agrarian society per se because our major revenue and most of the population is employed in service sector, which is primarily IT sector.
Not
But
IT,
here,
primarily IT and tourism.
IT and tourism, yes, sir, IT and tourism,
Yeah.
definitely,
In
definitely.
fact, it was tourism, now only IT.
Yes, recently there has been a surge in the
Yeah.
IT sector. So agriculture has always maintained the same
No,
status.
but I suggest spend some time in trying to collect statistics about that
Yes, definitely.
so that you can answer confidently.
Okay,
Because
definitely.
yesterday in one interview, the F.C.I people asked
Hmm.
that Punjab people are all making lot of strike and all.
Okay,
Whereas the second and third state in the country is Telangana and Hyderabad. Sorry, and Andhra Pradesh.
okay.
Why they are not participating in strikes? Why is it so? And
Because
in that list, of course, Kerala's name did not appear. The answer I know. Here,
yes,
people here in South, they are happy with the present arrangement and are able to dispose of the things whatever they want. Whereas in Punjab, there is a coterie operating, and that coterie will be affected once this new law comes into. And as a result, they want to prevent it from coming.
yes,
some
yes,
some mandi system is there, and these people feel that once the new law comes, one, they may take away minimum support price. That's one
yes,
fear. Second one, the existing mandi walas will lose their importance. Not
yes,
only important, they will lose their business.
yes, sir.
So, in order to safeguard them, the agriculturists are also playing part and parcel of it. Because having lived with them for 20, 30 years, they have formed an affinity for them.
Yes, sir.
So, this is like this, but of course, it's very difficult to answer in an interview. Anyhow,
Yes.
your answering today was very good, except for the Kerala aspect.
Kerala, I know some aspect with respect to GDP and some cash crops and crops grown in Kerala, but I will further investigate more into
Yeah,
that.
and of course, I have not gone much into your subject yet. I have
Okay.
not gone into your subject at all. Maybe afterwards, next time, I think you have given me one more date, na?
Yes, sir.
1 minute. Which date is that?
Tomorrow 9 a.m. was
Tomorrow,
the.
9 a.m. Yeah. Okay, fine.
Is that fine or should we change it
No,
to
it is okay. It's okay. For me, no problem. Today
9?
only there
9.
was puja, so I could not do that 9 o'clock class. So,
No
no,
issue, no issue.
no problem. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir. It's nice speaking to
Best
you. Thank
wishes.
you. Thank you, sir.
My rating for you is on the lower side, 8 out of 10.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Best
Thank you.
wishes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks
Yeah.
a lot.
Bye.
Okay, bye bye.